students. Today we will start the third chapter, that is element, compounds and mixtures. Okay. After finishing this chapter, you will know about a brief explanation about what are elements, compound and mixtures, how to separate the component of a mixture, and what is the emphasis on the principle of separation. Okay. So first we will see the introduction of the chapter, which tells you that what is matter and what is this matter made up of, what are the different types of matter, that is solid, liquid and gases, how do they interchange the state of matter. Okay, so this thing you've already done in your previous classes, but now today you know the brief introduction of elements, compound and mixture also. So let us revise and recall what we have studied in our previous classes. First of all, we have studied about that elements and compounds are pure substances, and it is always homogeneous. Okay, pure substances are always homogeneous. Now, what is the definition of pure substance? Pure substance have a definite chemical composition. What do you mean by definite chemical composition? Definite chemical composition means it is fixed that water molecule will always be made up of 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. So chemical composition remains the same. Carbon dioxide is made up of 1 carbon and 2 oxygen. So thus their chemical composition remains definite. And the other thing is that their properties, chemical and physical properties, are also fixed. You know that water is a pure substance, it is a compound, and the physical and chemical properties, like example physical properties, boiling point, then freezing point, they are all fixed. Chemical properties also, that whether it will react with so and so things, and so all the chemical properties are also fixed. They are homogeneous and their composition is uniform throughout the bulk. When you see a drop of water, you'll see, if suppose we are able to move inside that drop of water, we will see it is made up of water molecules only. No other molecule is present inside it if it is pure substance, if it is pure water. Example, element gold is a pure substance because it is homogeneous and it has got definite set of properties. Sodium chloride, NaCl, the NaCl, it is also a pure substance because it has a fixed composition and fixed physical and chemical properties. Now, same chemical composition they have explained, the 23 parts of sodium and 35.5 parts by mass of chlorine. Now, this you have to understand. What do they mean by this? Sodium has the atomic mass as 23. Okay, one atom of sodium is 23 AMU, atomic mass unit, and chlorine has, one atom has 35.5 atomic mass unit. That means when NaCl is formed, NaCl, one atom of sodium and one atom of chlorine combine to form one molecule of sodium chloride. So that means when we add, so this will be the chemical composition, that is 23 plus 35.5 will give you mass of one molecule of sodium chloride. Now, one more example we will see so that you can understand. Water, we are going to see water, hydrogen. This is water molecule, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. One hydrogen has atomic mass as 1. One oxygen has atomic mass as 16 AMU. So what will be the chemical composition of this water molecule? So 2 hydrogen means 2 into 1 is equal to 2, and 1 oxygen, that means 16. So 2 is to 16 by mass. इसको सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो क्या आ जाएगा? 1 और 8 आ जाएगा. तो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल का जो मास है, जो उसका रेशियो है, it will be 1:8. So this way Pure substances have fixed chemical composition and fixed physical properties. So matter is classified into pure substance and mixtures, and pure substances are classified into elements and compounds. And now metals. Elements are classified into metals, non-metals, metalloids, and inert gases. Till now, 118 elements are discovered so far, and those 118 elements are put in a periodic table which we will study later on. Okay, so जो आपका periodic table है उसमें majority of substance can be classified into these 4 categories. In that periodic table there will be metals, there will be non-metals, there will be metalloids, and there will be inert gases. Now metals, example they have given you: sodium, magnesium; non-metals, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen; metalloids, boron, silicon, arsenic, antimony; and inert gases, helium and neon. These are some examples of these pure substances. Now coming up to the next categories, that is mixture. Mixtures are of two types: homogeneous and heterogeneous. Homogeneous, you all know, homogeneous mixtures are those mixtures in which their composition is same throughout. You cannot make out whether what things are mixed in. For example, if I add sugar to water, it is a mixture, but you cannot see sugar particles. When you look at water, you will see a homogeneous mass, same composition throughout, then that is a homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous is sand and water, oil and water, where you can see both the components. Sand and water, if you mix, you can make out sand and you can make out water. So both the things, or more than 2 or 3 things which are mixed in that mixture, you can just see those things. So this is the difference between homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture. Look at the examples. First we will see homogeneous mixture is of two types: inorganic and organic. Inorganic, which we get from minerals, from the earth, and whereas organic is which we get from our food things, okay, fruits and all, then they are organic. So these are the two categories: inorganic, sodium chloride, magnesium oxide, water; and organic, sugar, alcohol, vinegar, etc. So although mixtures are also made up of pure substance only, suppose if I add water and I add sugar, so water is also a pure substance and sugar is also a pure substance. So a question will come in your mind that how come it is a mixture? It should be a pure substance because we have mixed two pure substances together. But what is the difference in mixture and pure substance? The keyword is that they can be mixed together in any proportion. That means when I add sugar to water, I might add 1 spoon, I might add 2 spoons, I might add 3 spoons. So their composition will be different. Okay, they do not have any definite set of properties. There are no property fixed. The freezing point and boiling point also depends upon the amount of sugar added to that water. So that their properties are also not definite. And unlike compounds, they retain the properties of the component substance from which they are formed. If you remember in the previous classes, we have seen the example of hydrogen and oxygen gas forming water, which is a liquid. Hydrogen is a gas, oxygen is a gas, but it combines to form water, which is a liquid. So hydrogen is flammable, means वो burn हो जाती है, जल जाती है खुद. And oxygen helps in burning. Oxygen burning में help करती है. But when they combine, they form a substance which is used to extinguish fire. मतलब आग बुझाने के काम में आता है पानी. So this means that this new compound which is formed, water, it does not contain any properties of these two एलिमेंट्स जिससे ये बनी है उसकी प्रॉपर्टीज से बिल्कुल डिफरेंट हो जाती है. ऐसे एक एग्जांपल देखते हैं सोडियम क्लोराइड का. सोडियम क्लोराइड जो है वो आपका क्या है, वो आपका कॉमन सॉल्ट है जो आप घर में खाते हैं. उसका मेजर कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट है सोडियम क्लोराइड. सो सोडियम इज अ मेटल और हाईली रिएक्टिव मेटल है. बहुत सॉफ्ट मेटल है, यू कैन कट इट विथ नाइफ. दिस इज हाईली रिएक्टिव मेटल. अगर हम उसको मतलब वाटर में डाल दें तो बहुत ही विगरस रिएक्शन होता है. क्लोरीन एक पॉइजनस गैस है, मतलब चोक कर सकती है आपको, इतनी ज़्यादा वैसी गैस है और हार्मफुल गैस है अगर आप उसको ज़्यादा क्वांटिटी में इनहेल कर लेते हैं. ग्रेनिश येलो कलर की पॉइजनस गैस है। तो ये एक सॉलिड मेटल है, ये एक गैस है, लेकिन जब ये दोनों कंबाइन करते हैं तो ये एक कंपाउंड बनाते हैं जिसका नाम है सोडियम क्लोराइड, विच यू ईट डेली, है ना, डेली आप खाते हैं उसको, कुछ नहीं होता, कुछ कोई गैस फॉर्मेशन, कोई गैस नहीं निकलती है, ना कोई ऐसा आपको कोई विग्रस रिएक्शन होता है। तो इसके अंदर दोनों की प्रॉपर्टी नहीं है, ना सोडियम की ना क्लोरीन की, एक न्यू प्रॉपर्टीज के सेट के साथ नया कंपाउंड बनता है। ओके, तो ये जो बात है ये किस पे लागू नहीं होती है, ये मिक्सचर्स में ऐसा नहीं होता है, बिकॉज मिक्सचर के जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट है, जो कंपोनेंट है जिनसे मिलके वो बना है, they retain the properties of those components. For example, if I add water and sugar, so वो जो आपका मिक्सचर बनेगा वो उसमें आपको वाटर के भी अपनी प्रॉपर्टीज़ हैं और शुगर की भी अपनी प्रॉपर्टीज़ हैं। ओके, सो मिक्सचर्स कैन बी होमोजेनस एंड हेटेरोजेनस, अभी हमने देख लिया। एयर जो है वो आपका होमोजेनस है, सी वाटर, पेट्रोलियम, सॉल्यूशन ऑफ शुगर, ये सारे क्या हैं, ये impure substances हैं, because they are made up of two or more different kind of elements or compounds or both. Okay, now coming up to elements. What are elements? So element is a pure substance which cannot be converted into anything simpler than itself by any physical or chemical process. For example, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, sodium, iron, etc. These are known as elements. And why they are known as elements? Because they contain only one kind of atoms. तो अगर आप एक आयरन का पीस लेते हैं और उसको ब्रेक डाउन करते 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 बिल्कुल लास्ट एक ऐसी स्टेज पे आ जाते हैं जहाँ नो मोर इट कैन बी डिवाइडेड, नो मोर देन द स्मॉलेस्ट पीस will be having all the properties of this element, that is iron. Okay, so they are the basic substances from which all other substances are made. Compounds and mixtures are made up of elements. They are widely distributed in the earth crust. आपके earth crust में बहुत सारे elements, 118 elements so far have been discovered. So they are distributed in the earth crust. So they are present in earth crust either in free state or as well as combined state. Free state means when they are not combining with any other element, and combined state means when they are forming compounds. So at present there are 118 elements which are known to us, out of which 92 are naturally occurring and 26 are artificially created by us. Now, characteristic of element. क्या elements की properties हैं, characteristics हैं? Each element consists of only one kind of atom. So what is the difference between element and compound? In elements there are only one kind of atoms, whereas in compounds there may be two or there may be three types of elements. Okay, the atom of each element differs in properties from the atom of other element. This you have to understand like this. Suppose I take first four elements of the periodic table, that is hydrogen, helium, lithium and beryllium. You know their electronic configuration, the atomic number. What is the atomic number? 1, 2, 3 and 4. What does the atomic number symbolize? Atomic number tells you about the number of electrons or number of protons. So it has got 1 electron, it has got 2 electron, it has got 3 electron, it has got 4 electron, and likewise we go till 118. So that means it must be clear in your mind that no two elements will have similar number of electrons. They all will have different number of electrons. Okay, so their atomic the atom of these elements will be different from each other. When you see the atom, it will be different from these. Got it? So the elements are made up of one kind of atoms, and an element is composed either of individual atom or of molecule made up of atom. This you have to understand. अगर हम inert gases की बात करते हैं, helium, neon, argon, so these will remain in one atom form. ये इनका अपने एक single atom के form में exist करते हैं. So helium also exists in one atom form, neon also one atom. So this is their one atom also, and this is their molecule also, because they exist in this format. But coming up to oxygen, oxygen does not exist in single atomic form. ठीक है, ऑक्सीजन का जो एक एटम है वो ये है, देखिए लेकिन ये इस फॉर्म में एग्जिस्ट नहीं करेगा, कभी भी आपको सिंगल एटम नहीं मिलेगा, क्योंकि वो हमेशा क्या करता है, या तो अपने जैसे एक के साथ कंबाइन करके ऑक्सीजन का मॉलिक्यूल बना लेता है, और या अपने जैसे 3 के साथ कंबाइन करके ओजोन गैस का एक मॉलिक्यूल बना लेता है। तो ये तो हो गया जब अपने जैसों के साथ ही कंबाइन कर रहा है। लेकिन ऑक्सीजन अपने से अलावा भी कंबाइन करता है, फॉर एग्जांपल वाटर बनाता है तब वो हाइड्रोजन के साथ कंबाइन करता है। तो यहाँ पे ये क्या हो रहा है, यहाँ पे ये मॉलिक्यूल है, लेकिन किसका मॉलिक्यूल है, एलिमेंट का मॉलिक्यूल है, बिकॉज इट कंटेन्स सिमिलर काइंड ऑफ एटम। सारे एटम ऑक्सीजन के ही होंगे और कोई और एटम उसमें नहीं प्रेजेंट होगा। सो इट इज मॉलिक्यूल, बट इट इज मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ एन एलिमेंट। एलिमेंट्स आर प्योर एंड होमोजेनस, तो दोनों ही मतलब एलिमेंट चूंकि प्योर सब्सटेंस है, तो प्योर सब्सटेंस की प्रॉपर्टीज यही होती है, वो होमोजेनस होता है। दे हैव फिक्स्ड मेल्टिंग एंड बॉइलिंग पॉइंट। एलिमेंट कैन नॉट बी ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू मोर सिंपलर सब्सटेंसेस एग्जिबिटिंग इट प्रॉपर्टी। अगर आपने इसको ब्रेक डाउन कर दिया तो वो अपने उस फॉर्म में नहीं रहेगा जहां वो प्रॉपर्टी शो करता है। इट कैन नॉट बी ब्रोकन डाउन फर्दर। Elements may react chemically with other elements to form compound, and it can further combine with the compound also to form a new substance. Example से समझ में आएगा हमें. Let's see the example. हाइड्रोजन एक एलिमेंट है ना, molecule of an element. This is also molecule of an element. Now when they will combine, they will give you a molecule of compound. So one, इसको कैसे पढ़ेंगे इसको, one molecule of hydrogen reacts with one molecule of chlorine to give two molecules of hydrogen chloride, which is a compound. Okay, so this way you will understand how chemistry works here. So hydrogen reacts with an element chlorine in diffused sunlight. So diffuse sunlight means which is spread, the sunlight which is spread all over. तो बहुत डायरेक्ट सनलाइट में, बहुत एकदम हीट में नहीं, डिफ्यूज सनलाइट में जैसे नॉर्मली सनलाइट होती है, व्हेन हाइड्रोजन एंड chlorine react, they will form hydrochloric acid. Again another example, potassium reacts with water. तो अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा था, दो एलिमेंट्स कंबाइन हो रहे थे, यहाँ पे एक एलिमेंट और एक कंपाउंड रिएक्ट करके एक कंपाउंड और एक एलिमेंट बना रहे हैं, ठीक है. So you can see two molecules of potassium reacts with two molecules of water to give two molecules of potassium hydroxide and one molecule of hydrogen. So this way this reaction happens. Now coming up to the classification of elements. Elements are classified into metals, non-metals, metalloids and noble gases. Most of the elements known to us are metals. They are monoatomic. जब भी आप metal लिखेंगे तो आप देखिए Na लिखेंगे, Mg लिखेंगे, Zn लिखेंगे, तो उसको मोनोटॉमिक फॉर्म में लिखते हैं हम, ठीक है. किसी भी उसको हम Na2 नहीं लिखेंगे जब हम सिंगल उसमें लिखने जाएंगे, Na3 नहीं लिखेंगे जब तक वो कंपाउंड फॉर्म में नहीं होगा. तो जितने भी मेटल्स हैं दे आर मोनोएटॉमिक. फॉर एग्जांपल जिंक है आपका, कॉपर है आपका, सोडियम है, मैग्नीशियम है. सो दिस वे दे आर मोनोएटॉमिक. मोस्ट ऑफ देम आर हार्ड सॉलिड, ज़्यादातर हार्ड सॉलिड हैं. एक्सेप्शन आपको पता है, आपने ऑलरेडी पढ़ा हुआ है कि सोडियम इज अ सॉफ्ट सॉलिड. Now examples: magnesium, copper, silver, iron, lead, aluminium, gold, sodium, potassium, etc. So these are metals. Non-metals are polyatomic. Polyatomic मतलब दो या दो से ज़्यादा. So 2, 3 or more than these atoms. For example, oxygen, ozone, hydrogen. So these are non-metals. Okay. Then chlorine. So these are non-metals. Oxygen contains 2 atoms in its molecule. Phosphorus, P4. Phosphorus contains 4 atoms in its molecule. And this way sulfur 8. So these are polyatomic molecules, but here we are talking about non-metals. They are less in number in comparison to metals. Metals के comparison में बहुत ही less है इनका number. There are only 11 non-metals, जिसमें हम noble gases को exclude करते हैं. They exist in all the 3 physical state, that is solid, liquid and gases. Metals का याद रखिएगा, metals ज़्यादातर सब solids हैं, exception is only mercury which is liquid. Metalloids are monoatomic elements. Metalloids भी monoatomic हैं, and they have some properties of metal and some properties of non-metal. That is why they are known as metalloids, and they are hard solid: boron, arsenic, antimony, germanium, silicon, and tellurium. These are the examples of metalloids. Inert and noble gases, these are monatomic gases. ये हमेशा monatomic ही रहेंगे. हीलियम, कौन कौन से हैं आपके inert gases? Inert gases हैं आपके हीलियम, नियॉन, आर्गन, क्रिप्टन, xenon एंड रेडॉन. ये आपके इनर्ट गैसेस हैं. ठीक है, तो जो इनर्ट गैसेस हैं, दे आर ऑलवेज मोनोअटोमिक. दे एग्जिस्ट फ्री इन नेचर. फ्री स्टेट में आपको मिलते हैं. दे डू नॉट कंबाइन. ये हम ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हैं प्रीवियस क्लासेस में. ओके, now this you will do. The most abundant element present in earth crust is oxygen. Name the element which is highest percentage in air is nitrogen. Two soft metal, potassium and sodium. Name a liquid metal. Liquid metal mercury and liquid non-metal bromine. Example of a brittle metal zinc. Name a non-metal which is lustrous and a good conductor of electricity. तो वो हो जाएगा आपका ग्रेफाइट, जो कि कार्बन का फॉर्म है. ओके, नॉन मेटल. ये हम ऑलरेडी कर चुके हैं प्रीवियस क्लास में. इसमें भी आपने कॉपी में करेंगे. यू हैव टू राइट द सिंबल्स ऑफ फर्स्ट 20 एलिमेंट्स. So these are some names and symbols of some common elements. These are metals which you will learn. This is non-metal which you will learn. And these are the different properties which you have already studied in the previous classes. Just go through the table, and in case you don't understand anything, you can ask in your query session. Okay, the properties of metals, non-metals, and metalloids, and the noble gases, and all the example exceptions you have to learn. Please remember, exceptions are very important. Here is the word sonorous. Sonorous means which produces sound, a ting sound. Okay, so this way you will be learning this properties, these tables and their examples.